Shalom Yasharallah, giving all praise and glory to the Most High Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's worthy to be praised for everything, in every way that we can. As always, I'm going to start with Colossians 3:17, and whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushai. Give you thanks to the Most High and the Father by Hashem Mashiach Yahushai. So all we say is going to and do is going to be in the name of the Lord. Say we thank the Most High for everything, because you want to be praised for everything. I say hallelujah, Yah, through His glorious and holy name. We're getting ready to go into the Day of Atonement. So the reason for a Day of Atonement is to ask for forgiveness of our sins. So I want to look at we have sinned. You know, as a nation, we have sinned. And I did a lesson on Hosea 5:15. You know, Moses said, I'm going to go to my place until we acknowledge our offense. That offense is sinning against Him. You know, breaking His laws, statutes, commandments. He said, and seek His face, because He turned His face away from us because we sinned against Him. So He said, in our affliction, we're going to seek Him early. And our affliction is going to captivity after captivity after captivity after captivity to where we at now. And knowing Revelation 12:12 and Revelation 12:17 says the devil know he got a short time coming down with much wrath on those that keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Mashiach Yahushai, which are we, the 12 tribes of Israel. You understand? Because everybody else is saying we not under the law. They're not following the moral laws, the civil laws, the dietary laws, the ceremonial laws. So it's not concerning them because they already got them. You see? And if they don't repent and come back to what it is that we're really teaching that this Bible is talking about, then they're going to be the least in the kingdom of heaven. Right, with those that saying what the Mashiach said in Matthew 5:19. You know, you break one of these least commandments and teach men, so you're going to be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But if you do and teach the commandments, you're going to be called the greatest, greater in the kingdom of heaven. So I want to just show that, you know, we are sin. And it might be a review somewhat to some of you, but some people, this might be the first time they're hearing this, so I want them to know, you know, and my objective is to show what works with our brothers and sisters of the past, our ancestors. This is written for us, so we can look at it and find out what worked, and we duplicate the same thing. You're gonna see during this lesson that they duplicating the same thing. You know, this is what they did. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing. It's gonna work. But if you don't look into what it is that is written in this Bible for solutions, then what's your purpose? Just to go through formality? You might as well go back to religion. If you're gonna just read the Bible for that, just going through formality, it's spiritual. Understand this. Look what works. 2 Ezra 7:49. There's going to be a lot of reading. So you can open up your Bible and read along with me. It says, this Ezra. Ezra was given 204 books. You know, average person, Israel only have 80 books. He was given 204 books. So 124 more books than we have. But I say the majority of brothers have, because they ain't sought out what it is that he was given. You see, listen, this from Ezra. It says, remember we dealing with we have sinned. It says, for what profit is it unto us, meaning the 12 tribes of Israel, if there be promised us an immortal time, whereas we, that's including himself, this is a mystery that a lot of people don't see when they read the Bible. I'm bringing it to you. It says, whereas we have done the works that bring death, that we have sinned. To bring the works that bring death, that means you sin against the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments. And that there is promised us an everlasting hope, whereas ourselves, including himself, a righteous man, not including himself as one of the righteous, being most wicked. This Ezra saying being most wicked when the Most High gave him 204 books. You understand this? This is what he's saying though. Whereas ourselves, including himself, being most wicked, are made vain. And that there are laid up for us dwellings of health and safety. Whereas we, including himself, as a righteous man, have lived wickedly and that the glory of the Most High is kept to defend them which have led a weary life, whereas we, including himself, a righteous man, have walked in the most wicked ways of all, and that there should be showed a paradise. It's the kingdom, whose fruit endure forever. Hear that? Whose fruit endure forever, wherein is security and medicine, since we, including himself, shall not enter into it. So he's saying, hey, I'm not one of that's going into it. So now, going to 2 Ezra 8 and 48. You heard what Ezra said, including himself in the wicked, being part of the wicked, even though he's not. 2 Ezra 8:48. And this also thou art marvelous before the Most High. Hopefully everybody want to be marvelous before the Most High. That's what I'm reading the Bible, to be marvelous before the Most High, to learn what our ancestors showing us that worked. And we do the same thing. You're going to see that as we go through these scriptures, you're going to see the same thing over and over and over again. And this also thou art marvelous before the Most High. Pay attention. In that thou hast humbled thyself, meaning he's not prideful. Humble is opposite of being prideful. He didn't include himself as righteous. I saw we went over last night. On my side said, hey, don't tell nobody I healed you. Don't tell nobody I did it. It told you in Philippians that he humbled himself. He didn't have to humble himself as becoming him. Like that's why you see what Ezra's dealing with. In that thou hast humbled thyself as it becometh thee, and hast not judged thyself worthy to be much glorified among the righteous. You gotta look at this. You can't put yourself in the kingdom, say, dare not make thyself one of the number. Because the righteous scarcely going to be saved. Most High will. We know Israel going to be in there. But not necessarily me or you. Or what number are you at 144,000? I can't get no answers. When you put yourself in the kingdom, I put myself in the kingdom before. When I had to look at this, when the Most High showed me this, when I'm asking for guidance and direction and instruction, he's showing me this. I'm like, whoa, let me pull back. Me put myself in the kingdom ain't humble at all. That's prideful. I done already made a judgment call that the Most High gonna make through a Mashiach on myself, or you making that on yourself. You better hear what he's saying. And this also thou art marvelous before the Most High. So if you don't do this, then you're not marvelous before the Most High. In that thou hast humbled thyself. Humbled himself. As the Mashiach humbled himself, even to the depth of the tree. He be hung on the tree for us. We talking about the Day of Atonement, really be giving Most High all the glory. And the Mashiach all the glory. But coming here dying for wretched us, man. In that thou hast humbled thyself as it becometh thee, and hast not judged thyself worthy to be much glorified among the righteous. You see? And we define righteous in Deuteronomy 6:25 as the keeping of the commandments of the Most High. Even though he did it, still didn't count himself as one of the righteous. This marvelous in the eyes of the Most High, y'all. For many great miseries. Hear this? This gonna apply to a lot of people in this world today. This is what it say. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times, the last days we in now, shall dwell in the world. Why? Because they have walked in great pride. That pride is a damnable thing, man. And a lot of people walking in pride, and the Most High hate them. Man, so I hate a poor man that's prideful. You ain't got nothing but that. What you got a reason to be prideful about? Come on. They have walked in great pride. He said, but understand now for thyself, Ezra, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. That's why it's so hard when you look, and I look at this, it's like, okay, well, who's like this? Who really hearing this to be able to change, to be born again, in the spirit of the Most High, to be humble, to really hear what's being said. Great misery is going to be on this earth. Why? Because they have walked in great pride. He said, but understand now for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. Who going to be like this? But unto you is paradise open. This is how paradise is going to be open to those. A lot of you think you already made it to the kingdom. You better think again. You ain't like this. He say, for unto you, in having that humble spirit before the Most High and not including yourself as one of the righteous? But unto you is paradise open. The tree of life is planted. See, they're so prideful in this world. The leader's so prideful that it goes right down to the members, and they worse than ever. Not understanding this. That's why he said, seek out those that's like him. Who's like this? You ain't like this, then hey, you got a right to avoid people. They didn't want something else. And mainly what he said, many Muslims are going to be on this earth because of great pride. Cities are going to be troubled because of pride. He said, for unto you paradise is open, the tree of life is planted, the time to come is prepared, plenteousness is made ready, a city is built in New Jerusalem, and rest is allowed. Yeah, perfect goodness and wisdom. That's what he's saying. The root of evil is sealed up from you. No more evil people, no more evil anything happening on this earth. In your worlds, if you follow what he's saying, do it. Just violence in the eyes of the Most High. Weakness and the moth is hid from you. You're gonna be strong, man, with spiritual power. Ain't gonna be no more weakness here. Weakness and the moth is hid from you. And corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. Sorrows are past. And in the end is showed the treasure of immortality, living forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Wow. This is what it say. And therefore, Ezra, ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. Don't talk to me and ask me anything about them that perish. Be concerned with those that's going to be in that paradise that he just told them about. You got to roll like that, though. They got to roll like that. Let's go through these scriptures and show what it is that is marvelous in the eyes of the Most High. Numbers the 12th chapter. This is when Aaron and Miriam, Moses' brother and sister, spoke against Moses. Let's start at verse 1. It said, and Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. So they on the case about him marrying an Ethiopian woman. But look what they said. This was most important. And they said, have the Most High indeed spoken only by Moses? Hath he not spoken also by us? And the Most High heard it. It didn't say anything about the Most High heard them talking about Moses marrying this Ethiopian woman. But the Most High heard what they said in verse 2 when he said, and they said, this Miriam and Aaron, Moses' sister and brother, have the Most High indeed spoken only by Moses? Most High only dealing with Moses? You know how people are. Had he not spoken also by us? He dealt with us just like he dealt with Moses. And the Most High heard it. Now the man Moses was very meek, above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. That's with humility, right? You see how it works together? And the Most High spake subtly unto Moses and unto Aaron and unto Miriam. Come out, ye three, unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out, and the Most High came down in the pillar of a cloud, chariot of the Most High, and stood in the door of the tabernacle, and called Aaron and Miriam. And they both came forth. And he said, hear now my words. Let's see you talking about some Ethiopian woman, like y'all like to say, you know, like people in the church say, oh, see there? Moses really married a black woman, an Ethiopian woman, trying to put us in there. No, Moses already was a brother. You know, two dark nations. You know, Ethiopian woman is of Ham. We from Shem. Moses from Shem, a Levite. And he said, the Most High said to them, hear now, verse 6, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Most High, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all mine house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Most High shall he behold, Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? And the anger of the Most High was kindled against them, because they was talking about Moses. So the anger of the Most High was kindled against them, this Miriam and Aaron.
Has joined.
And he departed. He left. So when you weren't afraid to talk against my servant Moses, talk about I'm dealing with them, you, Aaron and Miriam, like he did with Moses, and the cloud departed from out the tabernacle. And behold, Miriam became leprous. So to be leprous, how she looked, white as snow. So if she was already white, that's nothing that's, a phenomenon with her. She already white. Like y'all trying to draw everybody picture in the Bibles as being a so-called white person. No. She became leprous, white as snow. See, to be white is leprous. But if they're born with a so-called, let's say like to call themselves white or so-called red all over, then that's clean leprous. Behold, but she was brown. But she became white as snow, like the palm of your hand, the bottom of your feet. That's leprous right here. Can you imagine this? You're looking at yourself, all of a sudden, whoop, you turn white from being brown colored. In your pigment and melanin. Just gone. She just turned white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. Now look what Aaron said. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my master, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us. He crying to him. Now, who is it that's leprous? Miriam. What's she saying? She ain't saying nothing. And Aaron, her brother, had to say unto Moses, Alas, my master, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us. He said, it's a sin, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. We have sinned, you see that? We have sinned. They confessing their sin. He confessing their sin. Let her not be as one dead. Wow. Whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb. And Moses cried unto the Most High, saying, Heal her now, O Most High, I beseech thee. Miriam ain't crying out. She doing all that talking. She ain't got nothing to say now. Aaron is crying out to Moses to pray to the Most High for her. She the one turned leprous. He ain't turned Aaron leprous. Aaron opened his mouth and started saying, hey, pray to the Most High. That he don't turn leprous. He looking at himself, he looking at her like, whoa, pray to the Most High, man. Cry out to the Most High. Because Aaron been with Moses. He know what the Most High did. He went to Pharaoh every time he did a plague. He know Most High deal with Moses. He told him, man, Moses tried to get out of it. He said, man, I can't talk, man. I got stutter. I stutter. Okay, don't worry about it. Aaron is Moses' mouthpiece. Aaron the priest. So he was dealing with Aaron through Moses. But, that's how it is. Somebody let that woman get in your ear, man, and start talking that stuff. That's what happened to Adam. That's what the Most High told Adam in what? Genesis 3:17. Because first thing he said, because you hearkened to that woman. You see? So Aaron had enough sense to know, hey, cry to the Most High, man. So he don't do him like that. Miriam ain't said nothing. Where her words at? You don't hear her saying nothing. She was probably in a state of shock. Come on, man, you there right now, and all of a sudden you just turn white. Man, that'll put you in a state of shock. It ain't like gradually right there, bam, you just turn white. Like he said, white as snow. Whoa. He said, let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out of his mother's womb. And Moses cried unto the Most High, saying, Heal her now, O Most High, I beseech thee, begging the Most High to heal her. Then the Most High said unto Moses, look what he said. If her father, talking about Miriam's father, had but spit in her face. Woo. That's from the Most High, y'all. Is that who you serve? That's who I serve. He said her father had but spit in her face. Should she not have been ashamed 7 days? Let her be set out from the camp 7 days. And after that, let her be received in again. And Miriam was set out from the camp 7 days, a whole week. And the people journeyed not until Miriam was brought in again and received her flesh back to the way it was initially. This is serious, man. Numbers 21. But I'm looking at, you hear him saying, we have sinned. Numbers 21. Let's look at verse 4. We're in the wilderness. It says, Numbers 21:4. And they journeyed from Mount Kor by the way of the Red Sea to compass the land of Edom. And the soul of the people was much discouraged because of the way, the long walk they had to walk. And the people spake against the Most High and against Moses. And the people spake against the Most High and against Moses. Wherefore have ye brought us up out of Egypt to die in this wilderness? To die in the wilderness. But there is no bread, neither is there any water, and our soul loafers this light bread. This ain't nothing. This light bread ain't nothing. You brought us out here to die. And the Most High sent fiery serpents among the people. And they bit the people, and much people of Israel died. You see that? You see that? The Most High sent fiery serpents. That's fiery snakes. Fiery snakes. Snakes. To bite them and kill them. Come on, y'all better hear what he's saying. And the Most High sent fiery serpents. Hear what it said, verse 5. And the people spake against the Most High and against Moses. So they're speaking against the Most High. A lot of times people don't realize they're speaking against the Most High when you bring it for what it is they got to deal with to be righteous in the eyes of the Most High, whose eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and the secret parts. Come on. They won't point the finger at you like they pointed the finger at Moses, saying, hey, the Most High deal with me like he dealing with Moses. Most High dealing with everybody the same. That's why it said, and the people spake against the Most High and his holy angel and against Moses. Straight up. Verse 6, and the Most High sent fiery serpents, fiery snakes, poisonous snakes among the people, and they bit the people, and much people of Israel died. Solution, 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 solution. Therefore the people came to Moses and said, what? We have sinned. Hear it? Hear that? We have sinned. That's why we have a Day of Atonement coming up, y'all. We have sinned. For we have spoken against the Most High and against thee. That's Moses. Pray unto the Most High that he take away the serpents from us. And Moses prayed for the people. And the Most High said unto Moses, make thee a fiery serpent. This is what the so-called doctors use. But we only had one snake around the serpent. You know, they got to do extra. With no creativity, they put 2 snakes around their medical symbol. Well, this is where it come from. And the Most High said unto Moses, make thee a fiery serpent and set it upon a pole. And it shall come to pass that every one that is bitten, when he looketh upon it, shall live. See? So that's what Moses did. And Moses made a serpent of brass and put it upon the pole. And it came to pass that if a serpent had bitten any man, when he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived. You see? That's the love that the Most High have for us. And the vengeance that he have for talking about him, talking against him. And you don't even realize you're talking against him. Some people don't even realize you're talking about against the Most High. Like Israel, they just following suit. With their own spirit, rolling with the devil. They don't understand. Just like Moses, same thing here. No. Deuteronomy 1:1. So you know who it's talking to. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side of Jordan, right, in the wilderness. So the book of Deuteronomy is talking to the Israelites, period, and nobody else. So now when you look at going into what the Most High told us through Moses. He told us the only ones going into the kingdom is adults, is Joshua and Caleb. That's it. Joshua and Caleb are the adults. He killed all the women. He killed 500, because it was 600,000 men. He killed 599,998 men. And he let the children go in. So we're going to look at Deuteronomy 1 and verse 37. Also the Most High was angry with me for your sake, saying, thou also shalt not go in thither. But Joshua the son of Nun, which standeth before thee, he shall go in thither. Encourage him. Moses had to encourage Joshua to take his place. For he shall cause Israel to inherit it. Moreover, your little ones, that's the children that we had in the 40 years in the wilderness, which he said should be a prey, and your children, which in that day had no knowledge between good and evil, they shall go in thither, and unto them will I give it, and they shall possess it. That's the promised land that he promised Abraham, to Isaac, to Jacob, our land of Israel. But as for you, turn you and take your journey into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. Then he answered and said unto me, we have sinned against the Most High. We will go up and fight according to all that the Most High our power commanded. See, then he answered and said unto me, we have sinned, you see. We have sinned against the Most High. We have atonement, they have atonement to cry unto the Most High because we have sinned. This was marvelous in the eyes of the Most High. Not that you are righteous, you are holy than thou. We have sinned against the Most High. We will go up and fight according to all that the Most High our power commanded us. And when ye had girded on every man his weapons of war, ye were ready to go up into the hill. And the Most High said unto me, say unto them, go not up. You better not go up there and fight. Neither fight. For I am not among you. You hear that? He said, you better not go up there and fight. He said, I ain't among you. Lest ye be smitten before your enemies. So I spake unto you, and you would not hear, but rebelled against the commandment of the Most High, and went presumptuously up into the hill. Like a lot of people today, rebelling against the Most High, but they think they're rebelling against man. No, you rebelling against the Most High. Here go the answers right here. And the Amorites, which dwelt in that mountain, came out against you and chased you as bees do. Chased them like bees, a swarm of bees chasing you. And destroyed you in Seir. That's in Esau's land, Mount Seir, even unto Hormah. And you returned and wept before the Most High, but the Most High would not hearken to your voice. Hear that? You gotta understand, if the Most High is saying, this is my commandment, this is my law, and allow you not doing it, you ain't interested in knowing what is right from wrong. Look, Most High ain't hearing you. Look, and ye returned and wept before the Most High. Don't tell the Most High pity on us when we cried to him. But look, when he tell you to do something, he done told you to do it, you doing it the way you want to do it, how you want to do it, he say, and you returned and wept before the Most High. Knowing that that's how the Most High have pity on us, but the Most High would not hearken to your voice, nor hear, nor give ear to you. Remember he said, you hid his face from us. He done knew how to say. He said, do this, do my commandments. That's why a lot of y'all in these religions, or even whoever you are, in whatever you believe in, Most High gave us commandments, moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, ceremonial laws. You don't want to hear it? Say even your prayers abomination. That's what the scriptures say. He said, look at this. I mean, it's clear here. And you return after they done chased them, killed a lot of them. They returned and wept before the Most High, crying before the Most High, thinking the Most High gonna have pity on them. And the Most High would not hearken to your voice. He didn't want to hear nothing they had to say. They done seen their men destroyed in the war. Crying to the Most High, oh, he gonna have pity on us. No. Most High said, but the Most High would not hearken to your voice. The Most High ain't gotta listen to us if he don't want to. What kind of pride is that? To think that the Most High have to hear us. He don't have to hear us at any time. That's why he say in your affliction, you're gonna seek me early. He hid his face from us. That's why you gotta seek his face. You hear what he said? And you returned and wept before the Most High, but the Most High would not hearken, listen to your voice, nor give ear unto you. Huh. But that's somebody. This is serious as serious can be. Look at Judges. Judges deal with a lot of different captivities that we went into. The book of Judges, it deal with a lot of captivities. You're going to hear it. We're going to look at Judges 10 and 10. Remember, we're looking at, we have sinned. Going into a day of atonement, that's what we got to cry out to the Most High. We have sinned. Unless you don't need a day of atonement. If you think you're perfect, you got it going on. That ain't marvelous in the eyes of the Most High. Judges 10 and 10. I put this on a lot of my brochures and flyers and holy convocations. Judges 10 and 10. It says, and the children of Israel cried unto the Most High, saying, we have sinned against thee. That's what we're looking at. We have sinned. We have sinned against thee. That's all of us saying, we have sinned against thee. This is what Day of Atonement is. Crying out to the Most High, saying, we have sinned against the Most High. Both because we have forsaken our power and also served that demon. Baalim. And when you look up Baal in the first letter of the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, Baal is the first word of the letter B in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Let's see what it says. It says Baal, it means Lord. So they know you ain't gonna say Baal, but you're gonna say Lord. There it is right there. See? Can you see it? That's what it says Baal means. And they put it in there. They put it in there in the Bible. And y'all rolling with it just like they never did it at all. Y'all trust y'all enemy. The scriptures say never trust thine enemy. But y'all trust them to think that they wouldn't tamper with the Bible. And they have. Judges 10 and 10. And the children of Israel cried unto the Most High, saying, we have sinned against thee. That thee is the Most High. Both because we have forsaken our power, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Asher, Naphtali, and Issachar. All 12 tribes. You want to add Dan? At this time that we read in here, he was still there. But he's not there when you read Revelation, the 7th chapter, the 4th verse to the 8th verse. Look, it says, both because we have forsaken our power, the Most High power, and also serve Baalim. And don't get it twisted, because that's something that we've been doing. And the heathen know we're in the captivity for our iniquity. So what you think? They gonna continue to have us do the same thing over and over and over again? Yes. They gonna keep on doing the same thing. All you gonna keep on doing is the same thing over and over and over and over again. He changed it up here and there, and we still do the same thing, man. The same thing over and over and over again. Change the name up a little bit, same meaning, but we still doing the same thing. Well, it's been the same old madness, man. Look at it. Judges 10, 11. And the Most High said unto the children of Israel, did not I deliver you from the Egyptians? These are the captivities that we're in. Did not I deliver you from the Egyptians and from the Amorites and from the children of Ammon and from the Philistines? We captivity under all these nations. The Zidonians also, and the Amalekites, and the Maonites did oppress you in captivity, and ye cried to me, and I delivered you out of their hand. Yet ye have forsaken me, and served other gods, other idols. Wherefore I will deliver you no more. That's what he said. For all you that's not following the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. He telling you this, even to this day. Go and cry unto the gods, these religions, your philosophy, your beliefs, your Christian sanities, and all the other religions that you're dealing with, that dealing with idolatry. He said, go and cry unto them, which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. Y'all better understand, man. I gotta say this because Mashiach told us in Matthew 24, while the end times, where we at now, in the time of your tribulation, you better come back to the Most High. Matthew 24:21 said, Matthew 24th chapter, the 21st verse and 22nd verse, he said, for then, the time we in now, shall be great tribulation. He just told you to go cry to them gods, them idols, the religions, your beliefs that you have in the time that Mashiach saying, here, this is for us. But then shall be great tribulation. There'll be a whole lot of hell on this earth, man. You know what the Most High said? Gonna be great tribulation because of great pride. Miseries. We heard this. Now we're hearing great tribulation. But then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be. And except those days shall be shortened. If the Most High didn't shorten the days, there should no flesh be saved. You hear that? There should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. See that? So now, going back to Judges 10 and 14. Ain't nothing doing with the sun. Say, go and cry unto the gods, the religions, your beliefs, your philosophies, which ye have chosen, away from him. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. Mashiach just told us in the future it's going to be great tribulation, man. And the children of Israel said unto the Most High, tell me this ain't solution. We have sinned. There it is again. What they say? We have sinned. Do thou unto us whatsoever seemeth good unto thee. Deliver us only, we pray thee this day. And they put away the strange gods, they put away the strange idols from among them, and served the Most High. They put away these strange religions, these strange beliefs and philosophies, and served the Most High. And his soul was grieved for the misery of Israel. See? This is what works. Tell me that's not a solution. Solution, you know. 1 Samuel 12. We're looking at Day of Atonement. We're looking at what our ancestors did to move the Most High. Was marvelous in the eyes of the Most High. Look at 1 Samuel 12. And we're going to start at verse 5. It said, and he said unto them, the Most High is witness against you, and his anointed is witness this day, that ye have not found aught in my hand. And they answered, he is witness. And Samuel said unto the people, it is the Most High that advanced Moses and Aaron, and that brought your fathers up out of the land of Egypt. Talking about all 12 tribes. The Most High exalted Moses and Aaron. and brought our forefathers out of the land of Egypt, which we just read about. Now therefore stand still, that I may reason with you before the Most High of all the righteous acts of the Most High, which he did to you and to your fathers. When Jacob was coming to Egypt, and your fathers cried unto the Most High, then the Most High sent Moses and Aaron. But you ain't gonna cry if you got pride. Only time people cry when they get feelings hurt. You better hear what he's saying. This solution that works. Listen, when Jacob was coming to Egypt, and your fathers cried unto the Most High, then the Most High sent Moses and Aaron, which brought forth your fathers out of Egypt, and made them dwell in this place. And when they forget the Most High their power, as people are so stiff-necked and hard-hearted doing now, talk about we ain't under the law, we ain't under the rules and regulations of the Most High. When they forgot the Most High their power, there's a personal possessive pronoun showing ownership for the 12 tribes of Israel. He sold them into the hand of Sisera. You hear that? He sold us into the hand of Sisera, captain of the host of Hazor. You hear all this captivity we going through? And into the hand of the Philistines, and into the hand of the king of Moab. And they fought against them. And they cried, listen, they cried unto the Most High and said, we have sinned. You tell me this ain't a solution. We getting ready to go into a day of atonement. We need to be crying to the Most High that we have sinned. Not they sinned and you ain't did nothing. We all have sinned. We have sinned because we have forsaken the Most High and have served Baalim. I ain't doing that. But I know we done sinned. I know I done sinned. I'm part of that we. But I ain't serving no Baalim. You know. Like I just showed you, Baal is Lord. So I ain't calling on that no more. You know, I gotta repent because sometimes it slip out. You know. But I ain't calling on that. That's Nimrod, the devil, and Ashtaroth. Or A.S. Salaki Mosai for calling on. Let me show you why I'm very careful about even speaking about them names, because Mosai told us in while I'm spelling it, and hopefully the Most High have mercy on me and will not, you know, deal with me viciously behind even saying it. Look, Exodus 23 and 13. It's the law. And in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect, and make no mention of the name of other gods. Hear that? Other idols, other gods, other idols. Neither let it be heard out of thy mouth. So that's why I try my best to not even mention these names. But like I said, I'm just learning, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to do the best I can not to. But here it is. They're right there. You see? Going all the way back to Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz. Look at me, I'm still saying it, but Salaki Mosai for bring. I gotta edify the people. Going back to 1 Samuel 12 and 10. And they cried unto the Most High and said, we have sinned. We have sinned. All of us. Because we have forsaken the Most High and have served Baalim and Ashtaroth. But now deliver us out of the hand of our enemies, and we will serve thee. And the Most High sent Zerubbabel and Bedan and Zephath and Samuel, and delivered you out of the hand of your enemies on every side, and ye dwell safe. See? We dwell safe. But you see what we did? We cried out, we have sinned. We have sinned. And the Most High delivered us out from the hand of our enemies. Look, we can go all the way back to, go back to Exodus. When the Most High gave us the 10 Commandments, in Exodus 20 is the 10 Commandments. You can write that down. This is what the 10 Commandments is. And once he gave the 10 Commandments, and look at verse 18, because all the 10 Commandments are from verse 1 to 17. Verse 18 says, and all the people saw the thundering just on the mountain. The thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. It scared them. And they said unto Moses, speak thou with us, and we will hear, but let not the Most High speak with us, lest we die. Hear that? That's how powerful it was. You think that in a lot of fear? You thinking you're going to die behind what it is that's happening on that mountain? And Moses said unto the people, fear not. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. For the Most High has come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not. Hear that? That's why he's saying, your affliction, you're going to seek me early. Why? That you sin not. You better hear what he's saying. Ain't nothing new under the sun. And the Most High said unto Moses, verse 22, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, ye have seen that I have talked with you from heaven. From heaven. An angel of the Most High. Mashiach was talking to us on that mountain. The Most High talked to us from heaven. You shall not make with me gold gods or idols of silver, neither shall ye make unto you gods or idols of gold. You say, an altar of earth thou shalt make unto me, and shalt sacrifice thereon thy burnt offerings, and thy peace offerings, thy sheep, and thy oxen. In all places where I record my name, I will come unto thee, and I will bless thee. It says, and if thou wilt make me an altar of stone, thou shalt not build it of hewn stone. Certain stone, that hewn stone, so we can't build it with that. But if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it. Neither shalt thou go up by steps unto mine altar, that thy nakedness be not discovered thereon. That let us know that you can't be praying naked. You got to have clothes on before the Most High. He don't want to see your skin. Look, neither shalt thou go up by steps unto mine altar, but thy nakedness, that thy nakedness be not discovered thereon. That means your private part, why the Most High had us cover ourselves up. So you ain't supposed to be praying naked. Dealing with this word naked. It said, look, so from there we go into 1 Kings. Look at 1 Kings, the 8th chapter. As Solomon's bringing forth this prayer. Let's look at let's start at verse 44. Let's start at verse 43. 1 Kings 8 and 43. Like I said, gonna be a lot of reading. It says, 1 Kings 8 and 43. It says, hear thou in heaven thy dwelling place, and do according to all that the stranger calleth to do to thee for. For all people of the earth may know, that all people of the earth may know thy name, to fear thee, hear that? To be afraid of him, to be scared of him, as do thy people Israel, and that they may know that this house which I have built it is called by thy name. If thy people go out to battle against their enemy, he prayed his prayer to the Most High. Wheresoever thou shalt send them, and shall pray unto the Most High toward the city which thou hast chosen, Jerusalem, and toward the house that I have built for thy name. Here in the Western Hemisphere, we pray into the east. Depending on where you're at and located, you pray into that particular direction to Jerusalem. Then hear thou in heaven their prayer and their supplication, that's crying, or lamentation, and maintain their cause. If they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not. I'll read it again. If they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not. One more time for understanding. If they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not. And thou be angry with them, and deliver them to the enemy, so that they carry them away captives, as we in captivity today, and been in captivity, as we just read a lot of captivities that we read about in Judges, the 10th chapter. And on and on and on throughout the Bible. As we're going to go on and on and on. We in captivity most of the time. Deliver them to the enemy so that they carry them away captives. We're not in captivity right now. King Solomon had peace for 40 years. It says, if they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not, and thou be angry with them, so that they carry them away captives unto the land of their enemies, far or near, like we over here in this hemisphere in captivity. Yet if they shall bethink themselves in the land whither they were carried captives, like we over here in this land in captivity, and repent, ask for forgiveness. This is what we're dealing with today of Atonement. We asking for forgiveness, repenting, and make supplication. That supplication is crying to the Most High, lamentation to the Most High. Unto thee, unto the Most High, that thee is the Most High, in the land of them that carried them captives, like we over here in captivity, this Western Hemisphere, and wherever we are scattered among the four corners of the earth. Saying, this is what we got to say, saying what? We have sinned. This is a solution, y'all. We have sinned and have done perversely. We have committed wickedness. You can't do it if you're prideful, thinking you all that. You holy rollers, you thinking you all that. He just said in verse 46, if they sin against thee, that thee is the Most High, for there is no man that sinneth not. Verse 47, yet if we shall bethink ourselves, or themselves, that we got us ourselves for now, in the land whither they were carried captives, like over here in this Western Hemisphere, in all the places where we've been carried captives, as the Israelites, and repent, ask for